Hey everybody! I just wanted to talk a little bit about this very first week of school because it might be a little bit difficult, but we're all just going to be patient. And please, if you're not able to log into something that you need to do, don't stress out about it. Just send me an email and I'll do my very best to help you out and we'll solve that problem. The main thing I want to talk about is the diagnostic tests for both math and reading. And if you've been at Banks for a couple years, chances are you've done a few of these and you're familiar with them. Now, one of the things that can happen that can leave students really stressed out and frustrated is that these tests are going to ask you questions that you don't know the answer to. Okay? The goal of these tests is not to get the questions all right. The goal of these tests is so that your teachers can see exactly what it is you already know and what it is you don't know yet. That tells us then what we need to teach you. So the way these tests are set up, excuse me, is if you get a question right, it's going to ask you a harder question. If you get that question right, it's going to ask you an even harder question until you start to get some questions wrong. And then it's going to ask you a different kind of question. So not any of you are going to get all these questions right. It's not that kind of test. Your job is to do the best you can. You cannot use a calculator. You can use paper and pencil. And if you get stuck on a problem, that probably means that we haven't taught it to you yet. So don't spend 20 minutes trying to do a problem you've never seen before. That's not a good use of your time. Give it a shot. Maybe try something. If it's something you've never even heard of, give it your best guess and move on. That's really all we're asking you to do. The other thing about these tests, they're really long. There's a lot of questions, excuse me again, and the questions, for the most part, have at least a couple sentences to read. So I do not want you on Tuesday, September 8th, to spend 5 straight hours and finish your math and reading test. That sounds like a horrible day to me. I don't want to do that either. I would like you to, this coming week, spend 35 to 45 minutes a day working on those tests. And if you finish both of them that week, okay. If you still need time the next week to finish them up, okay, that's totally fine. I would much rather you take your time than you just clicked through and guessed because you're just being lazy. Also, when I go in and look at your scores, I see exactly how much time you spent on every single question. So if you're the kid that just goes through and clicks on stuff because you want to get done, I'm going to have to reassign it to you and maybe request that one of your parents watches you do it so that you can be a little more responsible about it. But once again, it's not the kind of test that is graded. It just tells us what it is you know and what it is you don't know. So if you have any other questions about that, please send me an email. Or if you're able to log into Canvas, send me a message in Canvas and I can answer those for you. And once again, don't stress out. If something's not working right, just take a deep breath, try it again. If it doesn't work, let me know and I'll help you with it. So I'm really looking forward to getting to see everybody. And our first class meeting will be at 8:30 on Tuesday, September 8th on Zoom. And I will be sending out the links for that. So if you can be logged in there at 8:30, that would be fantastic. If that is impossible for you, I will record the message that I have for the class and you can log in and see it later on when you do have a chance. So I think that's about all I have for you today. I really hope you have a great Labor Day weekend. And I will actually get to see you soon. Bye, team.